What's up, everybody? So I'm gonna show you something. This is for ODB Fusion, guys. I'm gonna connect, and so what I've done with ODB Fusion is, you can see up at the top there's instant CO2 rate, there's CO2 flow, total CO2 I burnt in my car, engine coolant temperature, alternator. So this is an alternator, and then when you shut off the car, so the car is not running right now, and I go to run, as soon as I reconnect, here's, give it a sec to connect. My ODB reader is a $15 Amazon part. See, my battery's at 12.7 volts. That's pretty good considering I got the fan running. So here it is with it not running, 12.8 volts. So I got 12.8 volts out of my battery because I turned off the car and I'm reading the volts of the battery directly to the battery, not the alternator. So now I'm going to turn the car on. So we just turned the car on. See, I've dropped to 11.8 volts, cranking over. And there we are. Alternator volts are 13.8 volts. So, and then we got boost, which is vacuum. I don't got boost on this car. If I had turbo, that would be boost or supercharger. Engine power is 4.8 horsepower. This approximately. So you push the gas, it goes up. This car's ECU is slow because it's a 2005. We have total fuel economy, trip fuel economy, air fuel actual, intake air temperature. Down in the little ones are fuel system status, intake manifold air pressure, engine torque, altitude. I just did that because airplanes and boats need it, so I put it on a car. Cars need it too, but you don't need to worry about it because the computer does all that stuff. I just figured, hey, I could see what it is. Fuel rate, actual throttle position, which is, I feel like it's wrong. I shouldn't be at 18.4%, but okay. What else we have? Trip fuel, 1.55. I've traveled 17.5 kilometers, and I've been idling 1,561.2 minutes. But this is because I've been sitting here with my air conditioning. It is 28 degrees Celsius. In Fahrenheit, I am not sure, but I think you add 20, right? You add 20. Something like that. I can't remember the exact, I was trying to figure out the mathematics of that, but I don't know. So for Americans, I apologize. I don't know the exact temperature. Everything's in Celsius here. ODB reader can be switched to Fahrenheit if you want Fahrenheit. Like, I got engine power to horsepower. It could have been kilopascals, but I don't understand kilopascals. I understand horsepower. Most people do. So, anyways, this is ODB Fusion, and I am gonna show you guys tutorials of how to make this. I made this like 4 years ago, and the car that I made this gauge cluster for died, and I stopped driving for like 3 years, and then I bought this old girl. She got a lot of kilometers, but she runs, and the AC works good. And even if it doesn't, because it leaked, I got a fresh can, not even opened yet, as you can see. That is air conditioning refrigerant, so I keep it in the car just in case, because it gets hot out here. So long as everything else works, all I gotta do is refill it. But that's all that's wrong with it, is it has a little leak, so I keep refilling it. Okay, so we're done that. So here's the territorial part. So this is ODB Fusion. You guys know all of this other stuff that there's going on. So for those that are not familiar with ODB Fusion and would like to get the app and do nothing but, here we go, we're gonna disconnect here for a sec. Buy nothing but this is Amazon cheap $15 ODB reader, Bluetooth. I've had this thing for something like 5 years now. It's been working fine. Do your homework. You may want to buy a better one if you want better performance and stuff like that, but this works fine. As you see, I disconnected as soon as I showed you guys, and I'll reconnect it back to the car. So now it's connected, so we'll reconnect. We gotta go through all this again. So once we're connected, we're connected. I've only twice ever had any problems with this app failing on me. The first time happened while I was multitasking, was a bunch of stuff on the screen, not just ODB Reader, not just ODB Fusion. So I'm talking with my hands here. Sorry, I keep putting my hands in front of the screen. But anyways, all you do is reset the app and that starts working. But I've only had that happen when I'm multitasking, like having a map going at the same time, having anything like that. But ODB Fusion has done nothing but been good to me. I'm going to show tutorials of this screen setup. So there's all kinds you could do, but the best one, these are all preset ones. The best one that I've had was my own setup like this. Depends on what kind of tablet or phone you got. The bigger screen you got, the more of space you got to make this kind of stuff. But right now I'm not driving, so you can't really see all the stuff. I got limits on stuff, so if I go under voltage, my voltage meter will actually read that I'm under voltage, go red. My temperature reading would go red if I go over 98 degrees Celsius. What else is there? I got my throttle position. I got that set to a red light, so when I'm not pushing too much throttle, it goes off as a red light. What else do I got? My boost goes blue when I get to a certain amount of boost, so it shows that I'm actually boosting pretty good, which if you had turbo or supercharger, that would really be boost. It says vacuum. I just changed the words because you can put whatever you want. So ODB Fusion, for those that don't know, it's got diagnostics. This car's got problems. I got an exhaust manifold leak, an O2 sensor problem, which is probably from the exhaust manifold leak, as you see, P0137. And then I have another one which has not read yet. My gas cap leaks, so my evaporative system reads an error, but it's just in my gas cap because I've literally heard it hiss out the fucking gas cap. Oop, I swore. Sorry. So there's performance. So you guys could figure that out later. 1.8 kilometer, half kilometer. Sorry, 1/4 mile. So basically a drag strip, 0 to 60 kilometers an hour or miles an hour. You set that up. See, even this, like the 1.4 miles, I could have done 9 kilometers. There's all the settings. We'll go through that later. There is trips. So this car, so far since I bought it, given what if I plugged it in, I'll say I'm about 500 kilometers less than what I need to have it at. Trips. So status August, July, it's not working today. So usually it does. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It all depends. Yeah, it's not working today. I don't know why. Okay, so that don't work. It's a bummer it don't. So this is I've driven 4,668 kilometers in this car, and I burnt 324.4 liters of gas, and fuel economy has been 14.39 kilometers per liter, which is not bad for a car that's actually got over 300,000 kilometers. Somewhere over, I don't know what it is. I bought the car, the gauge reads 2999999, and it's all it reads. So it was a running car, and I got it for $500. We have maps, so basically it'll tell you which way you're going and which way you've gone, but I don't know how you can pull that up another time to look at it. See, here we can change, hybrid, so you can literally see where you've been going. So anyways, I never use this because there's no point. I don't know why it's there. Maybe if I screen recorded my screen like I'm doing now while I'm doing it, then I'll have a recording of it and you can see where I've gone. But you can't pull that up at a later date, which is weird. But okay, so my diagnostics, I'm gonna clear the codes. And that's it. Codes are cleared. They'll come back. Highway driving usually gets them back right away. That's pretty much it for now. So this is ODB Fusion. I'm gonna give you guys tutorials of how to set up stuff like this. I haven't done any other ones. This is as far as I've gone. I usually own turbocharged cars, but the last one I owned got repossessed, and I haven't been able to afford one since. And the pandemic happened a few years after my car got repossessed, and all kinds of stuff happened where things like that are just out of my reach right now at the moment. A lot of things like that, like my PC, my motorcycle, souped up cars, all things I like to do. So stay tuned on my channel and you'll see a lot of things. I got like e-bikes and e-scooters. You'll see on my older pages I have some e-scooter stuff, but my e-scooter is broken down, and I can get the parts from a guy that has the parts, but every time I contact him, he never sends me the parts because he's from Toronto and I live in Windsor. So my scooter is down, and I used to use this cell phone to record those scooter stuff. So I got a few things. So anyways, even if I did anything like that, I'm gonna try to get myself actual GoPro camera or something like that. You know what I mean? So stay tuned to my channel or subscribe. And right now I gotta get back to work because I'm actually at work, sitting here in my air-conditioned car because it's hot as hell. So see you later on the next one.